right, guys, so we're going to go through a bunch of tips and tricks for the Galaxy S24 Ultra. Without further ado, let's jump into the video. The first thing we want to do is swipe down from the top. We have all these quick toggles in here, and there's a few that you could either add or remove or whatever, all that. So let me show you that real quick. You can hit the pencil, and then from here, what you can do is you can edit these ones, which are going to be like the immediate ones that you'll see at the top. If you want to remove them, just hit the little minus. If you want to bring one up, just press and hold it and bring it up, and you can switch it out. Like say I want it to be, well, we have to remove one of these. So I'll remove that one, and then I will bring in the do not disturb, which was is pretty important to me. So I'll bring up do not disturb. I'll bring it over here, and there we go. I'm going to hit done, and then when I swipe down, the first few are the ones that I really want. And then come down here, you can hit edit again. And again, you can add, remove, whatever you want in here. So kind of cool to be able to do that. There's even a way to go back here. So one thing I wanted to show you under these quick toggles here is that there's a bunch like Dolby Atmos. If you press and hold it, set it to on, set it to auto. I don't know why it was on movie. Set it to on, set it to auto. It's a really good one for your sound. It's going to give you bigger, more immersive sound. Dex is a really cool one. You press that. You're able to turn your phone into a desktop operating system wirelessly or wired. If you do it wired, just get a HDMI to USB-C cable and plug it into a monitor. And then you can control it with a Bluetooth, USB, or USB mouse and keyboard if you want. You can wirelessly send it to your phone, and it turns, again, into this really cool desktop operating system. The other one I wanted to show you in here is this one, interpreter. When you turn that on, you're able to interpret other languages in real time. So it's a new feature built in, and that's how you access it right there. Going back here, swipe down again and hit the pen. Quick access, instant access, so turn that on. So basically when you pull down from the top drawer from the screen to access your full quick settings panel without notifications, you can full swipe down from, so if you turn that on, and I go like from the corner here, it's going to bring down all of them instead of, I see, it only brings down some. So it's kind of an easier way to bring down your quick toggles. It's just not going to show your settings. So keep that in mind. Or no, your notifications, I should say. So keep that in mind if you do keep that on. The other ones are, you have brightness control. I like to show that always. That way I always can see it no matter what, how far I pull down the notification drawer. And that's how you control your brightness right there. Very easy and simple. Go back here, hit the pen. The other ones I want to look at here are the device control and media output buttons. I always have to show them, so show when the quick panel is collapsed. And what those buttons do, those are actually pretty cool. So if you go into media output, say you're listening to something, you have multiple ways to output the audio. You could output it through some speakers or directly from your phone or to something else that's connected to this phone. This is where you'll be able to do it. So you can switch it right there. Back on the home screen, press and hold. And if you want to remove this Google feed, just turn it off right there, and it is now gone. I like keeping it on. I think it's a good little feed to have, and it shows you a lot of information, stuff you're going to be interested in. Press and hold again on a blank spot in your home screen. You can change your wallpaper really quickly here. And one of the new features, well, you know, we can just tap on something you want, but one of the newer ones is the generative wallpapers. So you can come in here, and you have generative under creative. So you tap on that. And you can choose the category of what you want. Let's just say I want it to be a nighttime one. So I come in here and it says I can choose from different colors, gray, blue, brown, pink. I'll just choose pink. And I can choose either a distant mountain range or a river or a beach or something like that. So I'll choose a river. And I can choose a river with ice or bubbles or clouds or waves or a coral reef. I will choose coral reef. I'm going to hit generate, and it's going to, just a few moments here, it's going to generate with AI a wallpaper that's unique for me to set. And I'm looking at these and not in total love with some of them, but whatever. You just choose the one you want and hit, say I wanted this one, I would just hit set, and I could set it as my wallpaper. So pretty cool stuff to be able to do that. Press and hold here. You can go to themes. This phone has tons of free and paid themes. A little tip for you. If you're looking through themes or wallpapers or icons or anything like that, if you want to find free ones, just go to top, hit the downward pointing arrow and choose free. And you can do that with any of these categories that you see here. You can choose free. And a lot of time too, you can just search for free. And a lot of the time it will, it'll bring up the free ones first. You can see it doesn't bring up all free ones, but it will bring up some free ones for you on here. So kind of cool to be able to do that. Press here. You obviously got your widgets. If you want to bring a widget in, you find it for the way you want. Like, you're like, I love Chrome and I want the search, and just press and hold. Oh, my home screen's locked out. That's why. I'll go to settings first. Let me unlock my home screen. So I would just press and hold again. Go to widgets, choose the widget I want. I'll just choose Alexa here, and I'm going to press and hold it, place it where I want, and now I have a widget on here. And if you want to remove it, just press and hold it and remove. Press and hold, go to settings, and this is where you can choose if you want home screens only. If you want home screens only, it's going to make it like an iPhone where you just have home screens, or Android is home screen and app screens. Your app screens are this. This is all your app screens. This are your home screens. Going back into settings. You can also make your grid of your apps bigger or smaller the way you want and hit done. You can also do that with your app screens if you want them bigger or smaller. You can also go back here and do your folder grids, 3x4 or 4x4, however you want. If you like to see the app screen button on your home screen, you can do that. So if you have it on there, it's like old school, and it shows up at the bottom there, and it'll bring up your apps. If you don't like swiping up all the time, you can do both with the button on. But it is something, again, kind of old school thing to have. I usually don't like having that. I give it to my dad though, because he has trouble with the swipe up sometimes. Add apps to home screen. I keep that on when I'm downloading new apps. You have your swipe down for notification panel. Turn that on. That's going to allow you, when you swipe down from anywhere, it's going to bring up your notification panel. I love that. It makes it using the phone a lot more easier. If your family and friends or yourself is constantly moving around your icons on your home screen, turn this on, and that will lock your home screen so you can't move anything until you turn that off. You have, that's pretty much it for that one. Swipe up. Hit the three dots. This is your app screen. Hit the three dots, sort. Make sure that's set to alphabetical order. Otherwise, it's in some jumbled order, and it's just really annoying. So I would say don't use that. Next up, go into your calling app. Hit the three dots in the top right. Go to settings. Under settings, a couple things in here. You got call assist. So you have your text call. Turn that on. So basically, answer calls without saying a word. I would turn it on. You have different voices you can try, and the speech rate and stuff. It's kind of cool. It'll talk for you, and you have your quick response. I keep missing it. Quick responses right here, and you can edit these if you want. You also have live translate. Turn that on. Basically, you're going to get, and it should already be on, but if it's not, it's going to get real-time translation during calls. Tap the call assist button when someone calls, then select live translate on the in-call. And you'll have a little button when someone's calling. You have a little button right here, and you can hit live translate, and it'll translate the call as you take it. Going back to this call settings screen, caller ID and spam protection, turn that on. If you want to block a number, go to block numbers. You can block calls from unknown numbers if you turn that on, and otherwise you can block numbers right here. You can add numbers. Call background when somebody calls. You can change the look of the background if you want. You can do a video. You can choose videos or kind of whatever you want right here. You have people dancing if you want when they call. Also have your caller information. So you can have them show contact names and numbers, show extra details. Answering and ending calls. You can read callers. If you like to have people's names read aloud, you can do that right here. Answer automatically. Press volume up to answer calls. Press side button to end calls. You can turn all that stuff on. All right, so go home at this point and then swipe down from the top. Go into settings. All right, once you're in settings, the next thing that you want to go to is you can go into something right here called sounds and vibrations. And this is going to be where you can change all your ringtones, your notification sounds. Just click on it, find the one you want, and choose it. And that's pretty much it. You also have all your volumes. You can control all your volumes right here, which you can also do right here if you just press this button up or down, the volume button. Let me go here actually. Press the volume up or down, hit the 3 dots, and you can control your buttons and volumes that way as well. Going back into settings, go into sounds and vibrations again, go into sound quality and effects. This is where the Dolby Atmos stuff is. Turn that stuff on. It sounds amazing. I would definitely recommend it. You have separate app sounds. So if you want to have separate sounds for different app, play media sound for apps you select on a different audio device. Back into settings, the next one you want to go into is notifications. And when you go into your notification pop-up style, I like detailed. It's bigger, it shows up, but if you like brief, you can keep it to brief. It just shows like a little line. Advanced settings under here, and you can show your battery percentage. That's where you do it, so turn it on right there. Back under settings, go to display. This is where you can set this to be light or dark mode for your phone. You can also go into dark mode settings and turn it on a schedule. Maybe you want it sunrise to sunset or a custom schedule. It's up to you. Sunrise to sunset is usually the best one to choose from. If you want to control your brightness, this is where you do it. I usually use adaptive brightness. I'm not for this video just because it's going to mess with the way the video looks. But also turn on extra brightness too if you aren't using this. That way you can get the max brightness when you're outdoors. Motion smoothness, set this to adaptive. It's going to make your phone the smoothest it can be. You have your screen mode, set it to vivid. They're going to come up with an update on this to give you more control on that. Font size and style, this is where you can make your font stuff bigger if you want. Turn bold fonts on. You can also make your screen zoom in more if you have trouble seeing it, so it's easier to see. Screen resolution, it's going to be by default FHD+. Change it to QHD+, so you get the best resolution, and then hit apply. Screen timeout, change that to 2 minutes. Keep screen on while viewing. This is important. I would turn that on so your screen just doesn't automatically turn off if it sees your eyes. If you're an older person or someone that just wants to, simplify the phone, go into easy mode, turn that on, and it just makes your phone really easy to use. Navigation bar, this is an important one. This is where you can choose between buttons like you have at the bottom here. And if you choose the buttons here, you can actually come in here and go to more options, and you can switch these buttons around if you want. I would recommend having the back button on the right because most people's hands are on the right hand side more often. Otherwise, I just choose the gestures, which is my favorite. Go to more options. You can block gestures with the S Pen if you want, if that's getting in your way. You can also change the sensitivity of the gestures. Circle to search, it should already be on, but if it's not, there you go. And the way you use circle to search is press and hold anywhere on any screen, circle what you want, and it's going to do a Google search for you. You can do that on literally any screen that you're on. Go to the main screen of settings, go into battery, go to your battery protection. If you turn this on, you can protect your battery a little bit when you charge. You can do this basic one or the adaptive or maximum. Maximum's only going to charge your battery up to 80%. Adaptive will adapt to how you charge. So it's really, if you're going to keep this phone for years and years and years, you might want to use one of these settings. I don't, because I only keep the phone for about a year. Back under settings, go into lock screen and always on display. Always on display, I would turn it on. That's basically this, where it keeps your screen on and it shows you some information. I think that stuff's pretty cool. If you tap on it, you can actually also show your wallpaper or not. You can erase your background. You can show music information, which I would. When to show, it's usually set, I think, to tap to show. I leave it at always, but you can also do auto. This is a good one because if you set it to auto, basically it's going to show all the time unless your phone detects that it's in a dark place, such as a purse, pocket, or dark room. So you actually save battery life by turning, a little bit anyway, by saving it and turning that to auto because you don't need it on all the time if it's in your pocket. Still under lock screen and always on display. You can do this button right here. If you turn it on, touch and hold to edit. So if you have it on, and I double tap it, I can press and hold, and then I can actually edit it on here if I want. I can add contact information, I can go to wallpapers, I can hit done, I can press on one of these things, and I can choose something else to add. You can only put 3, I believe. You remove it, and then you just choose something else that you want here, and tap on it, and that'll add it for you. So very cool stuff to be able to control that quite easily on your Galaxy S24 Ultra. Going back, you also have the widgets you can add if you want, any kind of widgets on here. Going back to settings, you can now go into security and privacy. And this is where you can add your biometrics. So you can add a face. And I'm going to pull it away for a sec. When you add your face, which is really easy, just add the face, but you can also add an alternative appearance if you wear glasses or something. Face unlock to use it. Stay on lock screen until swipe. I don't like keeping that on. I turn that off because I want it to go right into my phone. This other stuff you can turn off. I would definitely turn off brighten screen. This is going to be an eye killer at night. If you keep this on, it's going to get really bright at night so it can unlock with your face, and it actually will hurt your eyes quite bad. Fingerprint, same thing. I have my fingerprint on. You can add additional fingerprints here if you need to. You can use it for unlocking or not. You can do fingerprint always on, which I would recommend. Show the animation when unlocking, turn that on or off. Show icon when display is off. So helpful stuff in there. The next one is when you go to advanced features. There's tons of stuff in here. If you go to advanced intelligence, this tells you a lot of different stuff. I don't use the Samsung keyboard. I've done a whole separate video on this, so I'll leave something in the comments down below if you want to watch that one. This goes really into depth with a lot of this stuff, but I've pretty much gone through a few of those things already in this video. If you go into labs, multi-window for all apps, turn that on, because I know, for instance, Instagram won't let you go multi-window, but it will on here, which is always a helpful thing. Dark mode apps, check apps that will always use dark mode even when you're set to, so you can choose, if there's certain apps, then you can always set them to dark mode. Photo ambient wallpaper, turn that on. Basically, it uses the advanced intelligence to change your photo based on the time and the weather. So if it's snowing outside and it's dark, it'll change your wallpaper, if this is on, to dark and snowing or raining. So pretty cool stuff to add in there. I love that. You have your S Pen, which your S Pen's down here. Hopefully you knew that. But anyways, you can do air actions and all that stuff. I don't use this much, but there's a few things on here to use. One of the things you might want to use is when this is off and you take this out, it's going to instantly go into this screen that you can just start to write automatically. So I got my name right there. Maybe you're writing down your grocery list or whatever. You're able to without having to really turn your phone and just pop that out, and you can begin writing on there. Let's unlock that. Go back under advanced features still. We're going to go to labs again. Actually, we're going to go advanced features, and then we're going to go to your side button. Quick launch camera, that's what I would do if you double press it, but you can also do it to open an app. Maybe you want it to open up your, let's pick an app here. Maybe we want it to open up your Just Watch app. So if I double press it, it's going to open up my Just Watch app. So it's a little customized app that allows you to do things. But for me, I think the camera is the most important one, because you can open it at any screen. My screen's off. I can double press it, and I'm instantly in my camera, and I can do that at any screen that I want. You can see, double press it. So super helpful and super handy. And then press and hold. When I press and hold this, I like my power menu to come off, not Bixby. But if you wanted to power off, you can also swipe down multiple times. There's a power button at the top there as well. Motions and gestures, actually multi-window, I should say. Swipe for split screen. If you tap on it, it'll show you what it means. So you can just like swipe up with 2 fingers and it goes into multi. You can, and then you choose an app from here and you can go into multi-window if you turn that on. Then you have swipe up for pop-up view. If you turn that on, it shows you what to do. You can just and it'll do a pop-up window. I don't like the pop-up windows. If you full screen and pop-up and split screen, so it'll kind of remove this, but you'll still be in, it'll just remove the line, and also if you're using the home button and the back button, all that stuff, it'll remove those as well while you're multi-window, and you can pull them back up if you swipe up from the bottom. Motions and gestures, I turn every single one of these on. Very helpful, pretty self-explanatory as well. Screenshots and screen recordings. Now, there's a couple ways to take screenshots on here. So let me show you those real quick. I'll show you a couple here. You can go like this. Oops, too long. You can take a screenshot like this, just press it, sorry. You can also do it with your palm. I never have luck with that. I did it right there, but that's another way. There's also one here I saw earlier. If you come in here and you turn, I'm going to have to add it. I'm going to go edit, and then I saw there was a screenshot button. Where's that screenshot button? Where are you hiding here? Screenshot, screenshot, screenshot. Where are you? Ah, there you go. Screenshot. So I'll bring that up here. Just press and hold it. And we'll drop it right there. We'll hit done. And say I want to take a screenshot of this. I'll just swipe down from the top here, find that screenshot button, I tap it, and it takes a screenshot for me, and I can edit it if I want. You can make it smaller. Or you can draw on it. And then when you're done, just hit save, or you can even share it. Back under settings, you can come in here and go to software updates and download and install, check for any new updates you have for your phone. This is where you would do it. There's one other I wanted to show you. Go into settings, go into display, and there's your edge panel. So if you swipe down, you will see edge panels. Turn that on. And basically the way that works here, and you're gonna have this little edge panel right here. You can swipe over and do stuff. You can even drag it around or drag it to the other side. Press it, see it's on that side now. Drag it down, put it where you want. Once you're done, swipe over, and you can open up apps real quickly. You can also multitask real easily. So I have one app there, and then I can press and hold for another app, and I have that one as well. And then the absolute last one, go into camera and go into video. Go into top here. This is where you can change your video recording. I would do UHD on both cameras. I do UHD 60. It's going to use a little bit more space, but it looks really good and really smooth. You can also hit the gear in the top right and go into the shutter sound. Turn that off. That's annoying. Shooting methods. Also, the voice commands are really cool. Turn that on. You can say smile, cheese, capture, shoot. Those are really great. You can also show your palm, and it'll take a photo or video. And that is pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day, and we'll see you down the road.